Yo, what's good everybody, and welcome back to episode 24 of the STANKCast. As you can see, you're joined once again by me and Cowie. Cowie, say hello to the people.
What's happening?
What's happening, everybody? It's been another long week, as I like to say.
Yeah.
It's been a big week in the UFC, which we like to start off talking about.
The biggest.
Yeah. The biggest upset of the last 10, 15 years. Arguably one of the biggest upsets
healthy
in UFC history.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's up there. Sean Strickland goes ahead and dominates Izzy. Big Izzy Adesanya.
Mental.
He said he was going to come out and John Wick on Strickland's ass, and he just didn't. He never showed up.
He didn't do fuck all.
He didn't look. He didn't look like it was a title fight. And it was I never watched it because I was busy working that weekend, but I've seen it after I've had the chance to watch it now.
Mm-hmm.
How was your reaction live? Because you watched it.
Yes, well, I watched rounds 1, 4, and 5. I got carried away playing my Xbox for round 2 or 3. Wasn't paying attention to the fact. Yeah, mental. Don't ask.
What do you mean?
Yeah, mate. I was
Strickland's putting on a performance of a lifetime, and you're not paying attention.
No, so the exact of what happened was I watched round 1, and my mind was absolutely blown. I seen him drop on me. He was like smashing the teeth. I thought he was going to put him away. It was fucking mental. And I was watching like, I cannot believe this is happening. And then I was playing Starfield as well because I've just gotten it. And yeah, I got. So I was like, I'll play that on the break. And then.
The break, yeah.
1 minute of Starfield turned into like 10 minutes of Starfield. And then when I looked up again. No, sorry. Wait, yeah. Yeah, because I looked up again and then I seen like. He was still piecing him up, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, this is round 4, holy shit. So I'm watching, he's fucking batting him round 4. I was like, this is wild. And then I watched round 5 as well, and it got to the end of it, and I was not even like hyped and stuff, like genuinely just staring at the TV like, oh my god.
You're not believing
I wasn't being like, oh my god, let's go. I was like, this is actually real. Like, I can't believe he's just beating him up like that. Yeah, it was fucking, yeah, but I was in total shock. It was mental.
Yeah, when I woke up,
it got to the end of the 5th round, and like say at the end when he's doing that, it was like screaming in his face now, and he's like, fucking fight it. I was like, this is mental. This is the most mental.
You would never expect anybody to come into
round 5,
that to
end of the fight, screaming at him, asking him to fight, fucking back, totally swinging at him because he's just battered him for 4 of the rounds. Mental.
Now, when I woke up in the morning and it popped up from the UFC thing saying Strickland was the champion, I genuinely woke up, looked at my phone, went back to sleep for about 10 minutes, thought I had dreamt that, woke up and relived it all again. Like, I relived that moment twice because I woke up, saw it, and went, what the? Well, no way. Woke back up and went, what the? No way.
Yeah.
I had to text you straight away. I was like, what?
Well, that was what I woke up to. I woke up at like...
I thought it was a troll. I really didn't believe it.
Maybe, because I'd stayed up watching it, woke up at like maybe like 1 o'clock or something, like at 1:30 in the afternoon, and I looked at my phone, it was just in capitals.
Yeah.
Strickland beat Izzy. I was like, well, he's seen. I was going to message you at the time, but I was like, I can't ruin that for him. But at the time, I just wanted to be like, bro.
There was no chance. Like, I was waking up. I've got the notifications all set up for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was always going to see it. And on my drive to work, I just listened to all the press conferences and all the interviews and that after the fight.
Yeah.
Because obviously I can't watch the fight while I'm driving, but I did on my break. But the press conferences were interesting. Like, I was listening to them all, and like, I genuinely, honestly, for like the first like interview, I just thought it was fake. Like, I just didn't believe it actually happened. I really like was in a state of shock. Like, I just did not think Strickland was going to go and do that.
I only seen Izzy's interview.
Well, I couldn't watch the fight, and I wanted to hear what happened and stuff. And then to hear, like, the media were all like asking why Izzy was the way he was. Like, they were asking Strickland, why do you think he was so sluggish and slow? And Strickland speaking as if he was like, what did he say? He said, I thought I was fighting an amateur in there.
Yes.
You know, he said he wasn't trying. He said he saw everything that was coming. He caught everything. Like, he just felt like Izzy wasn't trying.
I did see that bit. Yeah, I seen him saying he was like,
which is weird.
Everything he threw, I just seen it coming and just knew it was going to happen, and so it wasn't an issue.
Yeah, it's just you don't expect that from Izzy after all the talk. I watched all. I like Izzy. I really enjoy Izzy. I like his YouTube channel. I like his build up to it. No other fighter builds up to his own fight like Izzy does. If you watch his YouTube, like, it's a proper, like, self-made build of the fight, and it's good. So I like the way he does it. But the whole way through it, you think, man, Izzy's going to come in and smoke Sean. That's how I didn't stay up for it. I stayed up until 3 o'clock, watched as much as I could, went to sleep, and then because I just thought, I assumed, right, this is going to be a an ezikele round 2, 3, something like that. But I would
No,
not
mate, I
have
thought it
in
was
a
Strickland
million years
submission round
expected. Yeah, this fool put on Sean Strickland to win by submission in round 3.
Here, it was actually.
It seems less foolish now.
Did I not say to you though, right? When you said to me, how do you think that's gonna happen? I said to you how I thought it was gonna play out, and I thought it would be like slow and calm and a little bit, you know what I mean? Like they would both be feeling each other out. There would be some, and then the Izzy would start landing more in round 2, so Strickland would go to the wrestling.
That didn't happen at all. The funny thing is, nobody shot. Not one takedown.
No, but it happened in the sense that like Strickland was outdoing him round 1, and then round 2 Izzy started coming back. So, but then Strickland didn't need to wrestle because he pieced him up after that.
Yeah, it was just very strange. Like Strickland came out saying his whole training camp was just wrestling. But clearly, one thing is obvious, that training time that he spent with Pereira has prepared him to fight Izzy.
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
I did see as well that he didn't. The only kicks he threw the whole fight were just push kicks.
Yeah.
So he effectively just like boxed them. That's all he did. He just boxed, and that's all he had to do.
Yeah, because I think doing the training with Pereira must have Pereira must have emulated Izzy pretty well.
Yes, probably.
You know what I mean? He saw the kicks coming, caught them, turned. He would have shown that to Strickland. You know what I mean? But it's funny as well. Pereira posting on X, formerly Twitter, posting on X saying, "Oh well, my plans to go back down are ruined then because Strickland became champion." It's quite funny to see them actually becoming friends.
Yeah, because he's like, Pereira's a strange person. Like he never smells. He's just like all the time, and then he's like a pure grunter.
You get Strickland who just says absolutely anything that comes to.
Shite,
like the thing is with Strickland, right? Everyone's so desensitized to him now. Like we're all used to him saying mental stuff, right? But
yeah, if some of the other fighters came out with the stuff that he came out, you'd be like, "Here, whoa."
Yeah, like the stuff he was saying. Have you seen the press conference after the fight? No?
Nah, I've seen bits of it.
Like they ask him questions, man, right? And I can't remember what they ask him, but he goes, yeah, thank Christ for childhood trauma.
Yes, I did see that one. Yeah.
He's like, thanks for all the
child abuse.
Yeah, thank fuck for child abuse. And then he goes, thank you, Father, you're a great man.
Yeah.
You made me be how I am today. Just laughing about it, you know. But that's sad.
It's because he's the definition of like joking to cover up your pain.
Of course,
that's absolutely that.
Yeah, that's all, what it is on the face of it. But that's what we think it is. But that might not be how it is for him. He might just be like, yeah, it happened. That's the sense. And did you see the video?
You can't be. You can act that way, but nobody can actually truly just be unfazed by shit like that.
I don't know. It depends, because everyone's different, especially the upbringing people have. It builds different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but I think it, like the shit that he's been through, you're gonna have some kind of a problem from that. That is going to cause some form of issue. You're not gonna be 100% a person like a mentally functioning, fluent human being after something like that. There's going to be troubles there after that shit. Yeah. But I don't know what.
I'm playing devil's advocate a bit, but yeah, you're right. There is obviously going to be something there. Did you see the video?
That's the way that he is, I think.
Of Strickland broke the belt already. He broke the title belt.
How did he do that?
He just ripped it. There's like a bit that on the side of it that obviously came away from the leather, and he just got duct tape and stuck it back down, man. And if you see the video of his house,
he's so fucking.
I need to bring it up, right?
Trailer park, it's amazing.
You say that, man. You need to before I show you, right? I'm asking you a question. What does Sean Strickland's house look like? If you could picture Sean Strickland's living room, right? Tell me what it looks like.
Honestly, it looks like the smallish living room from a one-bedroom flat that probably has a kitchen as part of the living room.
No, remember he's got a lot of money. He's still got money. Like he's not like.
I'm only saying that because I seen a video of him showing around this where he stayed once. This was an older video, to be fair, but he just stays in some one-bedroom flat.
That's got to be old, though, no?
Maybe. What, has he got a nice house now?
Nah, it's not like mad. I'm just saying he's got money, so he's got stuff like.
So what do I think his living room looks like?
Yeah.
Littered with gun memorabilia, like old guns and like stuff to do with guns. Yeah, and American flags.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Deer heads and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's got to be that shit.
So I need to show you. I'm going to try and find the video. I don't know why.
Here, or am I right?
No, you're pretty much bang on. You know what I mean?
Cool.
See, when I said you had a little bit of money, you went proper trailer park.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, well, it's because they're based off the video I've seen. There's a video he does when he walks around his flat, and he's like, oh, this is what I've got around here, and he's walking and showing like the bedroom and the bathroom and they're all fucking tiny, and he's just like, his flat's just this tiny little sofa basically, and he's like, I just sleep on that and shit like that.
I need to find this video, man. It's winding me up.
What is it of? Thingy?
It's him breaking the
house.
belt.
I think I have. I think you sent it to me, did you not?
No, this is it. Look here. Look at the back wall. It's just filled with guns.
That's mental. So he's just taping the metal.
I'll try and put a little clip of the video up.
Straight back onto the bed. So see if it doesn't pan around to the rest of his room though, right? This is the fucking house that I'm telling you, mate. Right? He does have money now, but you should see the rest of that house.
Is it good?
It's small.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's like
it
a
looks
one-bedroom
small.
flat.
It looks. Is it?
That's what I'm pretty
Tiny,
sure it
man.
was last. Like say maybe it's moved that.
But he's got guns all over the wall. Gun memorabilia all over the wall. Like you said, American flags everywhere. That's literally how it looks.
Of course, he is Murica.
Yeah, he is.
Murica
he's the
wrapped in skin. That's what he is. Fucking mental.
Yeah. All I can really talk about, because I only saw the highlights of the fight while I was on my half-hour break, but all I can really talk about is the press conference and how Izzy didn't speak. He said to
left
Dana,
his coach to, didn't he?
Yeah, left his coach to speak about it. And he said, so Dana White was talking and they were asking him questions. What did Izzy say to you? And he went in and he said, he asked Izzy, "You okay?" And Izzy was, "I'll talk to you later." So obviously something's up. You know what I mean? It wasn't like there's no way that you can go from being the champion and be that high a level to be shown to be such a novice by the number 6 ranked. I know Strickland's really good.
But
Don't get me wrong, I know that. But
I think because he said halfway through the fight to the coaches, he said, "I just can't get a read on his jab." Like you heard him in the corner cam, and that's what he turned around and he said to his coach. He says, "I can't get a read on his jab. Like I can't stop it. Basically, like I can't time it. I can't work it out. I can't get a read on it to see where it's coming from. Like it's just landing every time." And Chris Curtis, said in on like I think his podcast or like an interview or something later, he said that he said that he didn't think Izzy looked bad and it didn't surprise him. He's like, because he's like, every time I see somebody that's good come into that gym, that's usually how their first round or two goes with Strickland.
Yeah, okay.
They cannot get he's like, his style's awkward, they can't time around it, they get pieced up, and he's like top level guys come in, and he was like, and they just can't work it out, they can't get a read on it, and he was like, normally sometimes eventually like after a few rounds they can get it together. He was like, but by then he's usually had his way so much that it's irrelevant, or he's like got other ways of doing it. And I think Adesanya, I was seeing DC was saying he has a problem, like for example of when he throws, or you wait for somebody to throw, and when they counters him, he does like a lot of like leaning back when he takes his shots. And Strickland was doing a really good job of feinting in, making Izzy counter, but by the time he'd countered, he'd pushed him back, so he was back against the cage. So when he leaned back, he would get stuck against the cage, and then Strickland could throw a 1-2, and he was landing, and that's pretty much what he was doing the whole time.
Right. Okay.
So it's like he was doing the exact right thing to nullify Izzy's biggest tools. Kept him going backwards, kept on pressuring him, wouldn't allow him to get to stand and actually get settled into any shots, and completely took away. You've got to think that's how he knocked out Costa with that slip back. That's Costa he knocked that out with. He knocked out
what's his name?
Robert Whittaker. With
that one. That one was he came in.
Yeah, no, he came in. He got caught and he leaned back and then left.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's that same shot that he caught him at, and both of them in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, okay.
So Strickland was just making him make that shot, but when his back was against the ring, so that he couldn't fully thing it, and then he could just get in and.
It begs the question though: what happens in the rematch? You know what I mean? Because they're running it back. Dana said they're running it back straight away. People online are saying that Izzy shouldn't get an instant rematch because of the Pereira loss prior, and
because it wasn't a close fight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like if they had been a close fight between them and Strickland had just won, then fair enough.
But I think someone like Izzy, who's been as dominant as he has for that long, still deserves a rematch. I know he won his last fight against Pereira again. So to go, it's obviously a big guy who should have been in the weight above. The only reason he was in that weight was to fight Izzy.
Yes.
So to come back, obviously lost the first one, come back, win that, and then this was meant to be a tune-up fight. Surely this was meant to be a tune-up fight.
Drickus pulled out, so it was like, who can you just throw in? So it's
And
who
Strickland's
can
always ready.
just get an easy fit in. Because apparently they tried a bunch of other people, and a bunch of the other fighters was like, no, and Strickland was like, I'll fucking do it. So they were like, yeah, cool.
Well, that's funny, because Derek Bronson was like, where was my call?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if he'd had the call and been, oh no, sorry.
Yeah, probably. He
He
probably wasn't ready. I don't know. He might not have been ready.
Because where's Brunson? Where's
Fifth.
his rank? 5th. Fair. Has he fought Brunson before? I'm trying to think about that.
No, I don't think so. He fought. No, he hasn't.
Are you sure?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know. Google that. Google that shit. Because I feel like, oh no, I don't know who did Brunson fight. That you fought Dan Till, didn't you? Actually, not that you mixed Dan Till up with Izzy, like, but you know what I mean.
Oh, they have fought. I'm lying to you.
And that'll probably be why then, because Izzy's already beat Brunson.
Yeah. He finished them. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be why he didn't get the call.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah. I'll sit back down on that one then. But like, yeah, what happens in the rematch for that one?
I don't know. It's hard to say because I would say like my brain says
Izzy comes back.
Actually fights his fight. Basically, just his coaches help him put together a way of getting away from the jab and dealing with the Philly shell, and then he comes in and KOs him. That's what my brain says, but my heart says Strickland comes out and fucking does it again.
And mixes in some
Like,
wrestling.
If it's really that difficult, and Izzy spent 5 rounds in there with him and genuinely couldn't get rid of his jab, if that's genuinely the scenario we're going for, what if he comes in and he just can't fucking get a read on it? Like it's just a kryptonite to his style, and he just can't do fuck all about it.
It's very possible.
Strickland does the same again.
I think
just walks him down, and
I think it's interesting to see what comes out as his camp in the next few days. See what the problem was.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was like
carrying something.
The amount of shots that he took in that first round when Strickland knocked him down.
Yeah.
Like
I've
seen fights being stopped for less than that. Do you know what I mean? And
you've
got to wonder how many shots he took. Like has that had an effect for the rest of the fight?
Yeah.
Like really, really taking that many shots. Like
I don't know though,
early
because
in
he came
fight,
back
like
and he won the second round, didn't he?
Yeah, I suppose.
It's difficult. I think it was just one of those nights for Izzy, and I think we'll see him come back stronger and beat Sean. But then again, I thought he was gonna demolish him the first time. You know what I mean?
My brain says that's what'll happen.
I think that's what happened.
Intelligent decision is he'll probably come back beat, but there is the chance where he literally Strickland just does the same again.
I think it has to be before the end of the year.
What month? What are we on just now? September.
Yeah, September the 12th. No, yeah.
Well, I don't know if they'll run that back that soon.
Yeah, it's only 3 months. December.
End of year card.
That's what I'm saying. Last card of the year. Izzy can go back into the New Year as champion.
Yeah, because Izzy Strickland 2 will do mental numbers.
Yeah.
That at the end of the year.
I don't know. Yeah, it should be quick. I think it should be.
Oh, that would be good. It's a fight.
I think the longer you leave it, the better Strickland gets as well.
Yeah, and the more Izzy has to think about it and worry about it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, let it get into his head.
And you don't want Strickland to go out and now fight somebody else and then win.
Or fight someone else and then lose, and then Izzy, or would you just do the rematch again anyway?
True. If Strickland goes out
Yeah,
and
Strickland
then
goes out
loses,
and loses, and someone else gets the title, do you then let Izzy rematch the title fight, or do you let him rematch Strickland first?
surely you let Izzy rematch the title fight and then you do Izzy Strickland again.
I don't know.
I don't know, because that's a bad business, isn't it? Because then you're just running
again,
around.
and then Izzy title, because if he lost convincingly,
Yeah.
like he lost that bad to somebody that then beat Strickland, does he really get a title shot straight away?
Yeah.
Or did they go Strickland? Fuck knows. But that'll be the rematch anyway.
That's Dana White's problem.
Yeah, it is.
And another problem he had on that night was there was a lot of, well, there wasn't a lot, there was 2 of the F-bombs dropped live on TV.
Yes.
2 fighters did it after the fight, used the, is it a derogatory term?
A slur, yeah.
It's a slur, against gay people. The F-bomb, and they called it to the crowd.
Did he? Yeah, that was mental.
Yeah, that was genuinely very shocking.
'Cause two of the fighters did it, didn't they?
Yeah, it was two. Yeah, not just one person did it. Two people did it.
But it was that was it
Kappa?
KP
and
KAP or something like that.
Yeah, and who was the other boy?
Who was the other boy?
Let me have a quick look.
Because I did see the video of
American guy. It was an American guy.
Why did they say it? One of them just.
So one of them
was getting booed, weren't they?
Yeah. So the first guy that said it was because he felt unappreciated and he was getting a lot of hate from the crowd the whole week.
Mm-hmm. I take it the other guy was Hometown.
Charles Raddick.
Okay.
He's the guy that first did it, and he was the one.
Yeah.
He was the one that was because the crowd was really on him and like.
Who was he fighting against?
I'm not sure. It was a homegrown talent, so it was always going to be that way. You know what I mean? And once he won, he swore at the crowd, called them the F-bomb, told them all to F off.
Mental.
And then Dana was asked about it in the press conference, and he was like, "What can I do?" You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell these guys to apologise for anything, but he has come out and apologised for saying it.
Yes, yeah.
And he is very sorry for doing it. He's like, but I can't tell anyone to do anything. You know, these are all grown men and women. They take responsibility for their own actions.
Which is fair.
Yeah, but I also feel like it is his responsibility. They're under his employment. They carry the flag of the UFC. You know what I mean? If any Manchester United football player was out there using slurs, it would tarnish the brand. So United would have to do something about it. Like, for example, what's happened with Anthony, our right winger. That's another Manchester United player that's been accused of abuse towards women, towards their partner. Yeah, the Brazilian Anthony. He's been accused of it now. So that's the second one in like the space of a year and a half. Has been accused of that, along with Mason Greenwood, who is now away playing in Getafe for Spain on loan.
I did see that.
He's only on loan, so he'll probably be back at United next year, which is a bit mad.
They'll surely just loan him out again.
Like the thing, Getafe have had loads of. I'm going off topic from the UFC quickly, but Getafe have had loads of complaints about it from like women's organisations and that, and then they released this statement saying he's innocent. He's been seen as innocent, but that's not true.
That's a Saudi team.
No, Getafe is a Spanish team.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just. I just assumed it was one of the new fucking Saudi teams.
No, Getafe was a Spanish team. And they've said he's innocent. He's an innocent man. We see him as innocent, and the courts have said he's innocent. But that's not the case. The case got dropped.
So this is a Spanish team.
Yeah.
Was it not the Spain manager as well that's just gotten in trouble for kissing one of the players of the team? So.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say Spanish people, but.
Fucking hell.
It's a bit wild over there, apparently.
Yeah, but either way, how did I get onto the fucking?
You were just on about the brand. If it was UFC and
that's what I'm saying. But what fighter were we on about? Oh, the F-bomb.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not really though, because the UFC is more like.
But they're not MMA.
They're more like.
They are the brand.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Compared to.
And he stood
football,
there with
they're like the FA Cup.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Like, because the UFC's, it's not just like.
FA Cup's massive, by the way.
But exactly. Like the UFC encompasses like all of the fighters for a whole not just a team. You know what I mean? Like there's thousands of fighters, whereas there's only like how many people in a football team, including
30 odd, 35.
There's fucking something thousand different fighters under the UFC's.
Yeah, but that's the organisation's choice to have that many fighters. You know what I mean? They still have a responsibility to defend, to uphold the brand. I do
get that, and I believe like maybe potentially like fighters should.
If you're doing stuff like that, right? I'm not saying suspend them and do all that, but you need to show that it's not alright, and you need to put in some discipline. He should dock. He won, right? He won.
Right.
Dock his win bonus. Give him his normal what he would have won. What is 3-3? Dock his win bonus.
It's a hard one because I guarantee they didn't mean it.
He did, man. He was screaming at the crowd.
But he didn't mean it. I guarantee he wasn't thinking of gay people in his head when he's saying it.
He was
probably just using it as just an offensive word. So
no, I guess
not.
But
at the same time, he's an adult. Yeah, you need to.
And you need to remember what position you're on.
Yeah.
And
I think if anything, a small fine, but then it's
just take his win bonus.
It's hard because then what does it get to? Like, do you then have to go through and decide what's derogatory language, and then?
No, but it's just like, that's what I'm saying. This my thing always is people go into stuff like that way too much, right? We all know what's offensive and what's not. Like, we're not, just make conscious human decisions, yeah, and draw the line at where it needs to be drawn. You don't need to be going out and calling people F-bombs and stuff like that anymore.
Nah, 100%. Like,
right?
There needs to be punishment. Like, say, if he's getting fined for it, then ideal.
I don't think anything's happened. He's getting nothing. That's what I'm saying.
You were saying Dana White was just saying, well,
because this is. I'll see the article there.
And I still don't think it's Dana White's fault, but that guy should be.
See, look, Dana White's double standards allowed Charles Reddick to walk free after homophobic slur at UFC 293, while Nate Diaz paid the price for past incident. So he has fined people before for the exact same thing, but now he went the other way. When two people said it in the same night, he was like, "What can I do?" You know what I mean?
I wonder if he will change his mind and do something, because fair. Like, at the same time, it isn't his problem if people are going to say shit they shouldn't say, but
it's not directly Dana White. You know what I mean?
He has to probably hold them accountable.
He's the face of the UFC. He's the face of the UFC, Dana White. Yeah. So he has to uphold that brand because it is directly inclined with his reputation.
Yeah.
So he should be upholding that brand.
Yeah, but he probably is, because his reputation, I think he likes having their sort of reputation be a bit of somebody that doesn't play by the rules. Do we want? Fuck it. We're
not for that though. You know what I mean? Not for that kind of stuff. And he said, he even said in his press conference about, like, he's no angel and he's done stuff before, and it's all about how you act after it, which is very true. That's my very thoughts on it as well. People are allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah.
You can't punish everyone's first mistake as if they should be banished and whatever, you know what I mean? People should be allowed to recover from their mistakes, depending on the level, obviously. But that's my thought process for it as well. That there should be a small fine. There still has to be a point proven that it's not allowed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So there should still be a fine point. That's the line. Don't cross it.
I think he's stuck in a position because he fucking publicly slapped his bird and didn't get anything for it. So he's like, can I fine people for saying things like that when I'm battering my missus?
It's very true, of course, but he's came out and he's admitted doing it. He's apologised for that as well. So you have to, like, relationships with people. The thing is, right, people that are online abusing people that do these things, right, the world ain't pretty, right? The world ain't perfect. And people make mistakes in relationships all the fucking time.
Still not beating my bird though.
No, of course not, man. Of course not. But you have no idea what the girl was doing to him.
Probably being a fucking annoying cunt, like
slapping him, doing it, and that might have been going. Like, this is what I'm saying. People comment on it quite a lot. Like, he's a piece of shit for hitting his wife, whatever, and that. She could have been slapping him for the last 10 years, and nobody knows.
Equal rights and equal lefts.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying that he has any right to then hit her. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, if she's hitting him, he's going to get irate. Shit's going to happen. No, nah, bruv. Nah. At some point, I can understand why some man would get outraged by it and then react. Especially if he's had a drink or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't drink, so... You just have to understand life's difficult and people make mistakes. You just have to let them recover from the mistakes.
I'm aware. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm not turning here being like we should burn Dana White at the stake.
No, I'm just thinking. All my point is on that there should be a fine done to both the fighters that did it. A point proven. That's not acceptable in our company.
I'll agree with you on that one. Yeah.
And then move on. Let them fight again, and let them.
There needs to be some show that they're caring about people.
Yeah.
In that manner.
Let's be real. How many? Quite a lot, to be fair. I was about to say how many gay people are that watch the UFC. So who would have seen that would have been offended. You know what I mean? But I'm assuming that quite a lot of gay people actually do watch the UFC. So I don't know.
Fuck knows.
I have no idea. I know Karis
does. I know one that definitely watches.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I went, well, maybe. Because you never know.
Oi. Well, how did we get onto that?
We're talking about
that guy using the F-bomb, yeah. Mad.
Yeah. Well, apart from that, the rest of the card was pretty good.
That's what I was just looking at just now.
The other big news was Tai Tuivasa-Man.
Yes, that's what I was literally just reading. Yeah.
That's really a shame on that one. I really like Tai. He got Ezekiel choked By Volkov, was it?
Yes. Got Ezikele choked, which was unfortunate because he was beating up Volkov's legs and shit, and he was doing a good job. If he'd managed to like keep the rest around on the feet and maybe play a bit better, he probably would have had a pretty good chance.
Ty needs to go away and really work on some things because he's got the power. Everyone sees that. He bangs, man.
Well,
imagine Ty came in ripped. Imagine he could...
Mate, he would fight at like 170 if he was ripped.
No, but I mean, like, imagine... he doesn't need to be ripped. I mean, like, imagine he didn't come in, like, that heavy, if that makes sense. If he slimmed down a little bit and he trimmed it, he probably wouldn't be fighting a heavyweight, you're right. But even still, he would bang, man. His power would... You keep your power.
But some of it goes. Like
some of it,
goes.
not you don't. That's the last thing to go.
Some of the power, yeah.
It's the last thing to go. They say.
Yeah,
not that I know, man. I don't throw. I've not thrown a punch, but
quicker as well. He'd be quicker.
And his chin would hold up.
I don't know. Again, thicker layers of fat on your face. Take a punch better.
I'm not arguing with you on that. You're the expert on that.
Yeah. I can't take a punch now. It's getting better though.
Good. The Ezikele choke. How difficult is that to actually perform on someone?
Not very when you're Volkov, because he's what 6'7", and his arms are like fucking out here. Like it's a hard one. Like I've not got the longest of arms. Like, and it's hard for me to get them. Like I like a lot of people just modify it, and rather than like slipping your whole hand across their choke, just putting your fingers like this, so you're like almost punching them like it's like a throat punch more instead. But like I get them very occasionally.
Okay.
But it's
because how often was that? That was only what, the third?
I don't know. I think more than that, because I'm pretty sure Olenek has done it like 3 times himself.
Let me have a quick look at how many times the Ezikele choke's been done in the UFC.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be a few, because Olenek has done it at least two or 3 times by himself. He just done it the last time he fought.
How do you spell Ezikele?
EZEK. EIL.
No, it's EZEK.
That's what I said. EZEK. EIL, but I think it might be IEL. I'm not sure. What?
I just told me one person's.
What, in the UFC? And who does it say?
He began. Olenek said he'd done it twice.
Olenek.
I've got no idea, bruv. I swear to God.
Let me see it. Is it not Elaine? What did you say, Alexei?
Alexei Olenki. Is that not right?
Alexei Olenek. Yeah, I think it's Olenek or Olenek.
And you laughed as if I was miles
just
off.
The way you said it. Alexei Olenek.
Oh, I'm dyslexic. No, I'm not actually. I'm just an idiot. Yeah, I can't find that.
Yeah, well, anyway, yeah, it's not. It's easy to do if you've got mad long arms.
Right.
Like it's pretty much easy to do, especially somebody that's like shorter than you if you're in full mounts, and a pretty easy thing to do, to be fair.
It was a quick fight, though. It was what, round 2?
Round 2, he done it, yeah.
And what was Ty pieced him up?
Nah, do you know what? Nah, they were both landing strikes. Ty took some horrible shots, to be fair, but he was landing leg kicks.
Yeah.
And it was starting to chop. It was starting to take Volkov's leg.
And that's why he started
he was
wrestling
starting to loosen it. Yeah, and he got the takedown in round 2.
Right.
But as I had briefly mentioned before, he did come in rocking the full Stone Island tracksuit to the event.
Who did?
Volkov did. So yeah, so it was realistically, I was already concerned about the loss after I seen that. He got in both badges in, you know.
Yeah.
Mad as it gets. So at that point, I was like,
yeah,
it's already a bit of a
plus 20 health and strength.
Yeah, He's got that inner roadman that's gonna come with him and fucking.
Right, so it was already chops up for Ty as soon as he rocked in the Stone Island.
Yeah, he rocked in the Stony, and Ty
Fair.
rocked in. I don't know if it was a like a kind of dress or something that they wear there
in
or
New
something like
Zealand?
that, but it was like a skirt, like the bottom of it was like a maybe like a below the knee length like skirt thing that you had on, but you had a jacket too, so I couldn't see what the top was like. So I don't know if it was like if he was just wearing a skirt or if he was like if it was.
Listen,
like
we're from Scotland, man. We can't say nothing
that's
about
what I'm saying.
skirts,
if it was maybe from his official dress, like it was maybe something from their country that they wear, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Everyone says we wear skirts, and it's pretty fucking
We do.
annoying. Nah, it's not a skirt, bro.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, okay.
Call it a skirt if you like. It's cool as fuck.
Talking of cool as fuck,
Oh.
Sean O'Malley.
Yes.
I saw the. Did you see that thing? So Aljamain Sterling was at the event in New Zealand. Oh no, it was in Australia.
The crowd.
Sorry, it was in Australia.
Yeah,
It's
in
in
the
Sydney.
crowd.
Yeah, he was in the crowd.
Okay.
And the camera panned to
I
him.
don't know why I asked that. I know he wasn't fighting. So.
Yeah. No, he was backstage.
Yeah.
He was sitting in the crowd watching the fights, and the camera comes to him, and he holds up his phone, and on it it's got rematch. No, Sugar Show rematch, and then cash bags underneath it.
Right.
And a question. And then, funny as anything, O'Malley posts back on X, formerly Twitter, posts back on X, and he's like, just post the stupidest face, like, no.
on his phone.
On his phone again. He just copied him, and just posted it back saying, no.
I didn't see that. Actually.
No, it was like a 4-way thing, because then, who was his name? Chito Vera. Chito Vera came back, did the exact same thing on his phone, called it and he went, I'm next, and he posted one, and then Marab, who's number 2 ranked, he posted his saying, get in line number 6. I'm first in line or something.
Is Marab ranked number 1? I take it now. Then
no, Sterling's number 1.
He's
so Marab's number 2. And O'Malley's champ.
They're definitely going to do Cheeto.
Yeah, it's Cheeto. There's a storyline there. First,
that's
also
good,
first.
Yeah, that brings in a lot.
You also want to give Sean his first. Let's not take a piss. Cheeto's not a fucking easy guy to beat.
Nah, like
when Sean and Cheeto were first facing off, that was a big fight.
And have you watched the fight up until the point in which O'Malley breaks his leg?
Yeah, of course. Cheeto's
I wouldn't
good,
say
man.
I wouldn't say O'Malley was beating him. Like,
Sean's just more more marketable, which is why he got pushed for the title. I wouldn't say fast because he had a slow upbringing of his career, but once he started doing the big fights, he got pushed quickly.
But has Cheeto not been in the UFC for a while? Has he not got some losses in that as well?
Yeah, he does have a few losses.
So I think that'll be why he wasn't necessarily given it as fast either. Cause
no, that's true. But he's also beat O'Malley. You know what I mean? I know it wasn't like that. He broke a leg. It's still beat on
O'Malley.
You know, listen, the Sugar Show Commission.
Yeah, the Sugar Show Commission says.
Is it the Sugar Show Commission?
Yeah, that's what you.
Sugar State Commission.
Sugar State Commission.
Yeah, they've ruled that off as
they've ruled that.
No,
so he's undefeated.
Contest. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough. I'm not gonna argue with him.
It's as made up as any other commission. So fuck
yeah. No, but that's the 4-way thing there. That's interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah,
is the Sugar Show versus Cheeto Vera, is that official? I'm pretty sure
it's
both
not. Said it, and I think they will do it. It's the one that's going to make the most money.
It's unofficially official.
What they need to do is, now I know it would be harsh, but basically turn around and be like, tell Marab and Sterling that they should fight each other, because
they have said that, and then they said that they won't fight.
Well, just be like,
and then Dana White came out saying that if you don't want to fight each other, we're about finding out who's the best, and if you don't want to fight each other, then this is not the place for you.
It's not in your best interest as well. You said,
yeah, something like that. Yeah. And if you're number 1 and 2, and you've just lost for the title, if you're not getting, which to be fair, right, I feel a bit bad for Sterling. He got shat on while he was the champion. Nobody respected him.
Nobody did.
He took the loss really well. And even after it, he's not getting his instant rematch, which I think he should. I know he got knocked out. Yeah, I know he got knocked out quick in the second round. It wasn't a quick fight. But if I'm the champion, I'm pissed. Yeah, he's won it. He's defeated champ
but listen,
after
if
champ.
You're champ
Peter Yan. He beat Henry Cejudo.
Win your fight.
Brother, you can say that about anyone on a bad day. You can say that about Adesanya with Strickland as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't have given Adesanya the rematch.
Ah, you're a hater, man. You're a hater. You know what? You're racist.
Right. No.
I'll take that back. He's not racist.
Yeah. No.
But you're a hater. You're a hater.
Yeah. Nah, do you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Nah, because Izzy's been at the top of that. Like, let some fucking
fuck Izzy. I'm talking about Sterling right now.
Oh well, fuck him even more.
Nah,
like,
man.
He doesn't get a title shot. You don't land. Like,
that's your guy.
No
he
punches.
Does the jiu-jitsu guy.
Listen, just because he does jiu-jitsu doesn't make him my guy.
It should be.
I've seen Sean O'Malley do more jiu-jitsu matches than I've seen Sterling do.
Sterling's performing in
high rollers.
Yeah,
and he was on high rollers one time before, and it wasn't that good a match. He went in.
He's a hater.
He pretty much stayed in between the guy's guard. He didn't really do much jiu-jitsu. He just won from being positional. Whereas O'Malley, do you know what he did in the match?
Yeah, I saw.
Guillotined my guy.
Yeah, I saw.
Guillotined.
You're still a hater. I am
a hater. You're right. Fuck it. I'm not a hater. I think if you're the champion, you either have to win or it has to be close if you want a rematch. If it's not, if you just get beat up.
He's been a long-standing champion. Long-standing champions should get a rematch.
Do better.
Ah, bruv.
Do better.
There's no point arguing when you go.
No, because that's what I would say to them. They're like, oh, but I want my. We'll win. Oh no,
so
you
who
don't.
Does he fight next then?
Who?
Sterling.
Sterling.
Yeah. Don't tell me. Don't care.
Nah, he go. Oh no. Oh, that's a hard one. I would need to look at where everyone is in the rankings and who's where in their fights, because they need to do Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto.
First I'll play devil's advocate, right? Because I know that fight's next.
Please.
Why do they have to do that fight next?
Because there's a story behind it. Because it has good build-up. It's Sean's only loss. It's a very questionable loss. He shouldn't have lost. They've had beef ever since then.
As you said, though, Cheeto's number 6. He's had losses before. We're talking about Derek Bronson before, who's on a 5-fight win streak, number 5.
Brunson?
That's a
different division.
I know.
See,
Chill.
you told me I was on the wrong one. Now you're switching.
No. I'm just saying, as for an example, remember earlier I said Bronson's on a 5-fight win streak, ranked number 5th, and he was pissed that Strickland got a shot before him. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It is. Because Cheeto's had losses, and you were saying it's because he's had losses.
Who gets the shot before him?
Well, number 2, I would have put Merab. If it's not the rematch, I would have put Merab.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you it. Merab should be his first defense, but because there's such a big story behind him and Cheeto, like as a people, that's why you do that fight. That makes sense business.
Henry Cejudo's number 3. He's already and Sterling's just beat. This is I'm asking about Sterling's next fight.
Okay, well it can't be Cejudo because
he's just beat him. Corey Sandhagen 4. Good fight.
That's a really good fight. They fought before, but I don't know when.
Peter Yan number 5, and then Cheeto's number 6.
Then
Song Yadong, who's number 7, and you're going right now. You're going from being the champion to fighting rank number 7.
Well, that's because
after you've just beaten everybody.
The ex-champion won't fight number 2.
Yeah, but he's beaten 3, 4, 5 all recently.
Yeah. And so then, unfortunately, you need to just fight the boy that's your teammate. Unfortunately,
yeah. In all fairness,
if you don't want to fight the number 2, then you have to take someone lower down. It's that simple. What they do is you go Cheetah versus O'Malley. Then if O'Malley wins, then you go Merab versus O'Malley, or you allow Thingy to have a rematch with him.
He's a hater. He's an O'Malley dick rider. And he's a hater. And he's a hater.
Fucked.
He's a hater.
I'm not an O'Malley.
Oh my god, give
rider.
O'Malley the easiest first defense.
Oh my god, O'Malley.
Go cheer, please. Clip it. Get it on TikTok.
Nah, I'm not O'Malley's good. I'm not a dick. I just want the O'Malley Cheetah fight to win. Like that, just like
it's a good fight. I'm playing devil's advocate.
What should be done, what where for a business move. That is the fight you do. It's the fight that Cheeto wants. It's the fight that O'Malley wants, and it's the fight that everyone wants to see.
If I'm O'Malley, right, and I've just became, and I know there's a story with Cheeto, whatever, and this is just me personally, but if I'm the champion and I've just beat Sterling and I've knocked him out, right, I want to solidify my position as champion by giving him the rematch and then doing it again and being, look, I am the champion. That's what, because if that fight happens again, I think the same thing happens again.
Yeah, because that's fair enough if it had been a close fight, but he's gone out and just fucking flatlined the champion. So why would you'd be like, I don't need to go and prove myself.
One
I've
mistake,
absolutely KO'd the champion.
Yeah, I get that, but anyone can be KO'd in a fight. You know that. Anyone can happen in a fight. One mistake, and he made all Sterling did was try.
But at that high level, it is one mistake. That's all it takes.
But the same thing could be happening for Sean. So all I'm saying is, I think you give him the rematch and you solidify Sean's position, and then you go on. And you say, "I've beat you. Now I'll beat your teammate number 2." That's how I think. Or you do the Cheeto fight in number 3, and you go.
You're just a Sterling dick rider. That's what's going on here.
No. I think Sterling gets the rematch. If he loses that, he fights Merab. He has to fight Merab. He has to fight Merab if he wants another title fight. That's what I would be saying.
As far as I'm concerned, he has to fight
Merab
full stop.
Yeah.
But he's not.
Can I tell you a fact? I
that's
think
on him.
You put Sterling Merab in as a main event. I think that sells as long as they fight. As long as it's a proper fight, because they know how each other go, they need to bang. If you put them in together and then they pussyfoot around, they'll both be out the UFC. Dana won't have it.
I just don't think they'd be able to go out there and try. Do you know what my opinion of the scenario is? I think, right, that
I'm a bit of just saying they'd be out the UFC.
Merab is on, like, hasn't fought thingy because they're teammates and this and because he's got all this much respect from him and stuff like that. But I don't actually think that Sterling his feelings towards their friendship are as strong.
For Merab?
Yeah. I think if push came to shove, Sterling actually would do it. And he would go to try and fuck him up. But I don't know. I don't think Merab will. I think Merab will. He has said he won't. He said it's irrelevant. He won't fight him.
It's an interesting decision for your career.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Well, the thing is, you could debatably say he could potentially beat him.
I think he does, though.
And he's been offered it a couple of times, but obviously he's basically like, no, sorry, I can't. So he could potentially now go from probably really, really highly likely to winning to being a UFC title holder to ending his life not having ever touched a UFC title.
Yeah, that's a bit mad, though. It's a bit of a
it
wild
goes to show
career
you
choice.
How much respect he's got for Sterling, and I just don't think the feeling's mutual. I think it is to seem like a good guy, but like I say, I think if he needed to, he would. Like, just from the way they speak about each other, like Merab won't speak about him, but I think he's made like sort of like comments about what it's like in the training room, like making out as if he like gets the better of Merab and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, it's one of them. I don't know. I don't think that. I also don't care if I'm being real, right. I don't care if Sterling and Merab like each other that much, right?
Yeah.
As a fact of ranking, they should
fight. I want them to be another Masvidal Covington thing.
Yeah.
Just for some reason, fucking start despising each other. And be
like, I don't want them to despise each other. Just fight each other and know for a fact it's just a fight.
Sterling Dick Rider.
No,
I don't want you to not be friends. Please be friends. Fuck them. Fall out and fight.
Do whatever you want. Just fight. Just fight. Yeah. I want to see who's better. That's all. That's all I care about. Fight and let me see who's better. And why is it Merab? Because I don't think Sterling wins that fight. You know what I mean? I'm firmly of the belief that Merab is withholding his career by not fighting Sterling.
I think Sterling outstrikes Merab, and Merab just goes for lots and lots of takedowns, and it all just would depend if he could get Sterling down.
Yeah.
And if he could keep him down and not end up getting reversed.
It's one of them. It's an interesting way forward for that division, because that division famously has never been that great, never been that exciting. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, never been. It's not one that's been so hyped up like that, and it really does have a little bit of fire.
Dominic Cruz was at the peak of it. It was.
He's now number 9 or 10.
Yeah, when he was champion back in them days, when it was him and like Uriah Faber and shit like that, I think it was. But yeah, not so much.
It's good to have the hype back up for it, though. You know, it's a lower weight.
All the divisions are starting to really stack up, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they used to not have that. It went a bit dead for a while. It didn't seem like there was that much. But
not
I
much
feel like
hype on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent back in it now. Yeah.
Anything interesting? Is that enough UFC talk for us today?
Yeah.
Cool. Phil, how much was that?
What?
How long was that?
We've been talking about that for 48 minutes, mate. Yeah.
Fair enough. That's enough UFC time for me today.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to bring up to you on this pod today was, what the fuck are you doing walking your cat?
I fucking knew that's what you were going to say.
I'm being serious though. On a serious note, right? Who do you think you are?
I mean, your dog needs walked. Why not your cat?
Brother, you've not got a dog. You've got a cat.
What's the difference?
Shut the fuck up with that. What's the difference?
Four-legged animals that like to be outside. Cat needs walked just like a dog. Nah, I'm not even going to pretend it was my idea. I was laughing at it as well.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it was Liv decided that she wanted to walk.
Did you see the devastation in my face when you're like, what's the difference? I
could see you were gutted. You were about to really fucking be upset with me there.
What's the difference?
So, I mean, at the end of the day, I even though I've just said that, I do kind of stand by, like, I mean, it's an outdoor animal, and why not walk it? You know what I mean?
Because it's an outdoor animal,
I'm pretty sure Jed's missus, Lee's missus, walks.
I just said the same thing to him.
I'm pretty sure Nikki walks the cat.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Lee's missus walks the cat.
No, so
You were on a
the
leash
cat.
walking the cat.
I was not holding the leash. Was I? Fuck. She was walking the cat. I was walking to my car.
Pretending I didn't know them.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is... Oh, look at these guys in my street. What are they doing? Nah. Yeah, nah. Do you know what? It's funny and it's cute because he's got like a tiny little harness that he wears and stuff, and it's
Why
funny.
do you have to walk him? Right, on a serious note, why do you have to walk him?
We were going...
Is he an indoor cat?
Yeah, he's an indoor cat, but we were going... We don't actually need to walk him. It was... What were we to do?
Go to the vet?
We were going down to... Nah, I don't think it was the vet. I can't remember. I think we were going somewhere, but that's... I'll tell you exactly what happened, right? This is the reason this happened, actually. I can't believe I didn't think about that. So he got out the living room window. Obviously, we're two stories up, so I don't know how this happened, right? But he managed to somehow climb out the window and climb down at, like, early hours of the morning. I don't know why. Like, he was there at 4 o'clock in the morning, wasn't there at 8. So I don't know what point in time between that mark that he'd gone outside.
Right.
But he had. So we spent an hour trying to find him, like looking everywhere, couldn't find him anywhere. It was a total nightmare, freaking out, getting ready to slap posts on face. My cat's missing. Have you seen it? Like, honestly, the whole hog. It was getting mental.
The whole Karen. Yeah.
And then the neighbour's cat, Charlie, just starts meowing. And I'd earlier tried to be like, Charlie, where's fucking Beans? Like, go and take me out with Beans, like, as if he would do it. And he didn't. So I ran out the garden, and then Liv messages me, I found him. And then she's like, what? She's like, Charlie just walked around to the other side of the wall and started meowing at the wall, and Beans was on the other side of the wall. So then the cat actually took Liv to where Beans was hiding. And then,
that's quite cute.
Then the Beans started meowing because Liv was there, and then she was like, fuck, there he is, and like got him. He'd climbed under the decking and in the garden. He'd somehow managed to climb through the wooden decking. But we found him, so brought him in. As soon as we get him in the door, freaking, oh, I hope you're okay, Beans. So, boom, jumps down straight to the front door. Meow.
Oh, he wanting out?
Yeah, just meowing at the front door, wanting out. So he was doing it all day. So we were just going out to the shop and that, but only one of us needed to go in. So we were like, she was like, well, we'll take him. So we took him. That's why. So
your indoor cat is becoming an outdoor cat.
Well, not really. He got walked to the car, which was down at the other end of the street, and then we drove him to the shop.
And what is he is he showing signs of wanting to go out again?
Yeah. Every time you go out the door, it's like a 50-yard dash from him to try and catch you and get out the door in front of you.
I don't know
like
if it's
trying to slide out the door, like with your foot in front of the edge of the door and nothing like that, trying to stop him from escaping.
I don't know if it's a good idea to recommend letting him.
Well, what I will say is the fact that he had been outside a couple of times before was probably the reason of how he managed to find his way back from being on the main road and all the way back round to the garden and knew to wait in the garden because he'd been in there before.
Okay.
So, maybe good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not really planning any, daylight walks through the town with the cat. Like, hey, like it was more just I
got the video when I was sat at work. The standard check your phone while you're on the toilet.
Yes, yeah.
Watched it. Really, really, really ruined my toilet time.
Did it really?
Yeah. I was like, what's he doing?
Oh.
No, I didn't actually. Cause it was a video.
That bad, like,
no, I didn't actually. It was a video of her walking the dog. So I was actually.
See?
Yeah.
No difference.
No. That's the reason. Because you say walking your dog. Yeah. No one says walking my cat.
Well.
It was a video of her walking the cat, and I instantly went, "Oh, that poor fella."
It was sort of the same. She said, "Well, we'll take him to the shop," and I was like, "Yeah, okay." She was like, I'll put his harness on him. So I started walking in the car and I turned around and all of a sudden I just see her like, come on then. And he's like walking down the stairs with his harness on. I was like, okay.
It is kind of
so
cute.
That's when I turned around and I was like, took the video and I was like, what is going on here? And
it is kind of cute to be fair.
It is like, he looks adorable because he gets so excited outside. He's like like he was just chasing flies and shit around. It's hilarious to watch. Mate, she does not like going outside.
Nah, she's not into it.
Not interested in the slightest.
Was she helping look for him?
No, she was fucking happy he was gone.
Yeah,
she was like, fucking peace.
Yeah, I thought so.
She fell out the window once, but she fell out the window before. She was like climbing at the top of it, and I was in the living room, and I just heard like mad scratches and scrambles, and I was like, what the fuck? Like she'd been scrambling the window. I turned around and I was like, where's Nala? Opened the window, and she's down on the street trying to climb back up the flat wall. Like, trying to climb up the wall. I was like, oh my god. Ran out and got her, and she's never tried to get out again. She got out that time and went, fuck this.
I'm never.
She is an indoor cat through and through. Like she does not want to go outside.
That was yeah. Well, I'm glad we got clarification on you walking your cat. I was
it's gotta be done.
And lastly, to finish us off, we'll do a little bit of a digest of what I look forward to next week.
Yes.
next week we've got another guest coming on the STANKCast. We've got professional boxer Corey McCulloch coming in. He's 7 wins,
Local lad.
3 losses, 1 draw. Yeah, very local lad. Year above us at school.
Yeah.
We've known him through high school and that a bit. Again, not spoken to him in a wee while. He's been away doing this. We're going to get him on, catch up with him a bit.
Good.
Let's hear about what's been going on in his career so far.
Yeah,
he's got a big fight coming up, innit?
Yeah, it's we're looking at it's on the Wood Warrington card. I'm just looking at it here.
Which is a big card in itself, by the way. Which is
yes.
a big fight in itself. There's lots of title, like, so that one's for the title. Wood
Featherweight,
Warrington,
isn't it?
Yeah, the featherweight title. The Wood Warrington fight is the featherweight title, which is a big fight. And I think there's a title eliminator on that card, and there is a female title fight on that card as well.
I think there's 2 title eliminators, because one of the title eliminators, I'm sure, has got 2 undefeated fighters.
I think that is the title eliminator.
Is it?
Yeah, and then the next fight after that's the female fight.
Maybe that's what
which is a scrapper as well, by the way. Like 31 fights and 20 something. Was it 20 KOs?
Yeah, and was it not like 31-2 or something like that?
Yeah, 31-2 and like 26 and
1 or something.
Yeah, so it was that's a big another big. I need to get the name of that actually. Let me quickly get the name of that because that's a.
Yeah, because on the zone as well, which is massive opportunity for somebody. Like.
Yeah,
being
how
on a
amazing!
Big card and stuff like that. Like, that's mental.
How amazing! Someone that we went to school with, a year above us at school that we knew personally, and is now fighting it on a DAZN card. A huge chance to make a big upset. He's fighting a 6-0 guy.
Yes.
What's the guy's name?
Junaid Boston.
6-0,
yeah, Junaid Boston.
Well, there's a big chance for Corey to make a really big upset. I'm looking forward to it a lot.
And he could do it. Like, say, we've watched the fights that he's had and stuff like that, and
I watched
he's got some amount of power. Like,
what was the fight I watched? The Liam Featherton or something. I watched that fight of Corey's, and I was super impressed, man. Like, really impressed. Like, Corey put it on him on the 4th round. Like, you could see him really like turn in with the punches. He was he looked really good.
I'm sure
Fraser Wilkinson. Sorry,
I'm sure he did a. I'll need to speak to Corey about it, but I'm sure he's done one or at least one MMA fight, because I'm sure. Don't quote me on it, but something's telling me there was a fight thing I went to watch. Was it in Dundee maybe at the ice rink? I can't remember if that was one there. I went to watch Johan do one at the ice rink in Dundee, and I think Corey was on. Or was he on Golden Boy? No, I'm sure it was, or like on Top. It was on Top. Moreland was fighting, and I'm sure Corey done a fight as well.
Oh, right, okay.
Like an MMA fight, so I don't know if he's done any more after that or what the story is, but it's something I need to ask him about.
I didn't know he'd done some MMA as well.
I think it was. I don't know if it was just one of them. I don't know what the story was, but I'm definitely sure he did one. But I'll need to ask him about that.
Yeah, that'll be something that'll be quite cool.
Yeah,
you actually talk a little bit about
October the 7th. That's when this fight's on.
I'm looking for the name
4th fight into the main card as well. Only like 4 or 5 fights off from the main.
No, so I think it's the 4th fight from the main event.
That's what I'm saying. The 4th fight in the main card.
Yeah,
like
sorry, yeah. I think it's the 3rd fight. 3rd fight from the start of the main card.
Yeah, like 4 fights. So like 1, 2, 3, then him.
No, 1, 2, 3. He's the 3rd fight, and then there's
4 fights from
after
the main fight. That's
yeah. He is the 3rd fight of the main card.
Main event DAZN. That's the main fucking.
Yeah, October 7th. Make sure you're all watching. I'll be watching, and maybe we could possibly do a live, like a watch stream. Like we could be sat here with the camera up top, getting us, and we'll have it on the screen. You guys can tune in, and sit us watching.
Yeah, I'd be very game for doing that. Like,
we'll get a. We'll try and get that set up.
You can have people watch along with watch parties as well, can't you? So
yeah.
People can be on the like if like people watch us, but then they can also be there too.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of videos, mental. That's what we'll do.
We'll try sort something out.
Yeah, that'd be
good.
But
you know, the STANKCast that everything is trial by fire. So if it doesn't work out,
listen, only ends the deep end, baby.
Yeah, you know how we do. We dive in head first, and we don't even look at what's in. Like leaders, we don't take no precaution.
Yeah. If you ain't first, you're last. Simple as that. So.
Yeah. We just jump in and try things, and then if they don't work out, then we know for next time, and we make it better.
Yeah, and then if it doesn't work out spectacularly, it's funny, and people get to see that. So.
Yeah, true. Talking. I know we're talking about Corey right now, and I am sorry.
Fuck.
I got super excited because I did something amazing. Well, me and Jake did something amazing, but we're bigging up Corey right now, and I really want people to watch the next week's pod because I'm really excited.
Yes,
for it.
yes.
Like I really enjoy my boxing. I really love boxing, and to see somebody who we grew up with is going to do it on the big stage in the zone, Sheffield Arena. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just fucking phenomenal.
I'll be throwing things around the room if it's a win.
Mate, you don't understand the scenes I'll cause if Corey gets the win, man.
Tables fucking chucked around and everything.
Yeah, it's just that'll be absolute scenes. But the last thing I want to mention before we go off, is the foot golf.
Yes.
Right. So I want to do.
Yes, you played again, didn't you?
Yeah. Me and Jake went and played a wee round this afternoon, and Jake's got it on video, but we took a tee off from the first one, hole in one straight away off the bat.
First hole.
Yeah. First hole, first shot, hole in one. I'm walking down. I've done my wee celebration. I'm walking down. Yeah. Jake takes. I did it. Marcus Rashford. Jake takes his shot as I'm walking down. I see it go past me. I just go, it's going in. Go on, screaming at the top of my voice down at the front.
Oh, I can imagine.
Go on. It drops in, and me and Jake go absolutely wild. Back to back, hole in ones. Unheard of. It was
first
sensational.
Game of you start.
First game, first kick as well. First,
man.
both of us as well. Went round. I think Jake hit a 23, and I hit a 23 or
so
24.
You drew in total as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, I was going for my best round, so I got a 1 on the first one, a 2 on the second one, a 2 on the third one, and then I got cheeky. I started trying to do Travellas, Rabonas, all this kind of thing, and then it just wasn't working, so I kind of messed up.
Those just sound like a mixture of Italian words to me,
A
mate.
Travella is like when you hit it with the outside of your boot, and you swerve it like that. So like you shoot that way.
Call the other one a tagliatelle or something.
Linguini. A Rabona.
Rabona.
Yeah.
What's
which
that?
is
when
that?
You flick it up.
No. When you so say I'm right-footed, the ball's on the left-hand side. I'll put my right foot behind my standing left leg and chip the ball.
Okay, I know what you mean.
And chip the ball into wherever I'm wanting.
Yeah, backy heel kick. That's what I call that.
As long as you said backy.
Yeah. Yaki.
But the foot so we did that. That was amazing, and we went round and had a really quality round.
Yeah.
But once again, I want to say that we're going to be doing a foot golf league.
Yes, yeah,
and we're looking for a couple people to join the league, get involved, come down, be on camera. We'll do 10 games each. Everyone just has to play 10 games over the space of however long we do it.
Set it when people are free, when people have got time.
Yeah, we'll make YouTube videos out of it. We'll try to do a wee series on it. So if anybody's interested and wants to get involved and would like to have a wee shot on being on YouTube, get in contact with us via the Stank page on Instagram, and just let us know.
Are you gonna slide the videos into this? The videos of you getting.
I will try. If the videos are any good, because Jake brought out this iPad type thing and recording them on, so I don't know how good the quality is.
Okay.
But he did get it on film, so at some point, I will put
180p or something.
You never know with Snake. You know what I mean? He could pull out anything, man. He could pull out anything.
Well, yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
And at the end of it, we'll do a prize for the winner, a cash prize. My thoughts are like £1,000, but I don't know where I'm wrapping £1,000 up my arse right now. You know what I mean? So it is. We'll find out. If
everyone that's in it puts in, like a whatchamacallit? What are they called?
I think a fantasy league.
Yeah. Like if everybody bets.
Yeah.
$100 in.
No. It's got to be from the STANCast. It's got to put the prize money forward if we're doing it.
Oh, well, I suppose if it's other people.
Or we can do a giveaway or something. You know.
If it's from the crew, then but if it's somebody that's not, then.
No, it'll just be the cast. But that's the plan. We'll figure that out, and it might not be this year because we're going into September. We're in September, going in October already.
You can work something out for it, and then even fucking post it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
And make it like a
we're going to start doing reels because it's something we really want to get onto because it's one of my golden ideas.
I have some TikToks ready as well. Oh,
yeah.
I thought is that what you were on about? Or you were on about the fantasy football?
No.
Yeah, I've got TikToks going, so I'll be starting to put them out at some point. I just need to edit a few more of them and then.
So get us followed on that as well.
Yeah, and then follow us on TikTok and I'll start posting.
And listen, remember, both of us are novices when it comes to all of this stuff. Yeah, we're starting
novices
off brand
with full-time jobs.
Yeah, exactly, full-time jobs. Like, I work 5 days a week, but I'm gone the whole day. Like, I wake up, I leave the house at 9 o'clock. I'm not back till 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So the whole day is gone. And you're the same. You're on call.
Yeah.
So we're working at this time by time. I've always said that if we're not getting better every episode, then I'll be disappointed. And if we're not in a better place by the 100th episode, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
And
I
we're
think
we're
it's
on that
getting
way
better,
already.
yeah.
Like we're already, you can see stuff's getting better. We're adding video. The first video I put up, the audio in that slowly goes out of sync. So I haven't taken it down to fix that. But yeah, whatever. So we fix stuff like that. See, we're just learning on the fly, and I think we're doing all right so far. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying doing this. I think we're getting better at it.
I think this is the first time as well that I've made a little tab here to to remember.
And it worked a lot better.
It worked
Obviously, like people have been telling us to take notes and all that since the start, right? But see, when people tell you to do something, it's a lot harder to do it.
And you're very stubborn about it. Like, no, don't tell me how this works.
Yeah, exactly. It's my podcast. You know what I mean?
It's my podcast.
But it's actually quite good to take the advice sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Cowpat, I think that we'll leave that there for the day, brother.
Yeah, mate.
As always, round it up again. We're excited for next week. Everybody listening for next week, and yeah, that's all I've got from us. Take care, everybody, and peace.
Peace.